Here is another application that comes up in a lot of homeworks, labs, projects, stuff like that. And that's a parallel array. How much do you think Sema Ackman is making? So I bet naturally you went to employee, you looked at Sema Ackman at index number 3, and you said, okay, well that's employee, I found her. Oh, well, you know what, let me go over to pay. Let me match up the two because they look like they're the same size, and you're daggone right. She's making $2 million. Good for her. That's exactly what parallel arrays are. They literally are parallel to one another. They have the same number of indices. They have the same number of values. Now, that doesn't mean they have the same values. This one is a string. These, I'm going to say that's an integer. Okay? So the data types between the two arrays do not need to be the same, but there is a definite connection by index number. You know how much I'm making. I wish. You know how much William Martin is making. You can tell because the index numbers are related in some fashion. Now, here's why it's important to name your arrays. If I name this array employee, you can kind of figure out what's going on. Here, if I didn't name this pay, this could have been some other numeric data. So it's really important that you name your arrays, especially if they're parallel, that you name them something that frankly makes sense to what the application is doing. Now, how would I work with that code-wise? Well, the interesting part is here's another table that I have on getting prices and how they mark up things in the grocery store or freaking whatever it is. So you would have your get cost of exactly how much it would cost, how much of a markup you would want. So notice it's getting values from two different arrays that are highlighted here. We're doing our calculation, those that are on the right-hand side of the equal sign, and then dumping it into our set profit, which is another array. So notice all of these indices are related by some feature, and then we would set the price from that using just a simple math and arithmetic that you and I have done, as long as it's on the right-hand side of the equal sign. So there's another, this is three arrays that are in parallel for some application. There really isn't a limit to it, but design-wise, we need to think it over.